Did you know your cat will spend almost 70% of its entire life asleep, with each position they choose acting as a secret signal? Most owners think their cat just finds whatever's comfortable. But behaviorists say those twisted shapes, tucked paws, and exposed bellies reveal everything from deep trust to hidden pain. Decoding these sleep signals could strengthen your bond. It could even save your cat's health. But which nighttime posture matters most? And what warnings are you missing? Let's break down what your cat is really telling you. 16 hours out of every 24, your cat is asleep. That's not just more than most animals. It is more than nearly any mammal on Earth. 70% of a cat's life is spent in dreamland, drifting from sunbeam to shadow, from the edge of the couch to the top of the bookshelf. Statistically, if you've lived with your cat for 10 years, you've only seen them truly awake for about 3. The rest of the time, they're curled, stretched, or tucked away, silent observers of their own private world. This isn't laziness. Evolution has wired cats to conserve energy for hunting, even if the only prey in their territory is a feather toy. But all that sleep isn't just downtime. Each position they choose, loaf, ball, belly up, side, has meaning. In fact, the way a cat arranges its body while sleeping can reveal more about its inner world than hours spent awake. Over a lifetime, a cat will cycle through thousands of naps, each one a snapshot of comfort, caution, or trust. The numbers alone are staggering. On average, an adult cat will log over 50,000 hours asleep before their 10th birthday. For most owners, those hours blur together as routine. But for anyone paying close attention, these sleeping hours are filled with signals, tiny details that can speak volumes about a cat's personality, mood, or even a brewing health issue. If you know what to look for, the story of your cat's life is written in these hours of sleep. Decoding a cat's sleeping position isn't guesswork or folklore. It's the work of specialists who blend animal behavior, neuroscience, and hands-on observation. Dr. Sofia Ramos, a veterinary behaviorist, has spent 2 decades studying how cats communicate through body language. Joining her is Dr. Mateo Morales, a neuroscientist whose recent studies focus on sleep patterns and brain activity in domestic animals. Then there is Lena Chen, a shelter enrichment coordinator who tracks hundreds of cats a year, logging every nap and twitch for patterns that might help cats adjust to new homes. Each brings a different lens. Ramos looks for psychological signals, Morales analyzes the brain's role in sleep, and Lena grounds it all in the lived reality of cats outside the lab. Most of what is known about cat sleep comes from owner surveys and shelter records, not controlled lab studies. There are no decades-long trials tracking how one cat's favorite pose maps onto its temperament or health over time. Instead, experts rely on a mix of field notes, short-term studies, and thousands of owner reports. That means every insight comes with a caveat. Sleeping positions offer clues, not diagnoses. Patterns emerge most clearly in large groups, not one-off observations. Dr. Ramos cautions that a loaf is not always a sign of anxiety, and a belly-up pose does not guarantee trust. Context matters. Dr. Morales points out that even the most advanced wearables cannot yet decode a cat's dreams. Lena sees the gaps firsthand when a cat's posture changes with every new environment, showing just how much mood and setting shape what we see. Their combined expertise forms the backbone of this investigation. Each sleeping pose will be examined through 3 perspectives: clinical, neurological, and practical. The result is a map, not a manual. It is a guide to what your cat might be telling you, and a reminder that science is still catching up to what cats have quietly known all along. Among all the ways cats choose to rest, 2 positions stand out for their contrast, each one a window into a different kind of feline temperament. The loaf comes first, paws tucked under, body upright but relaxed, tail curled around the edges. About 17% of cats are loafers by habit, according to owner surveys and shelter observations. It is a position that signals comfort, but not surrender. Muscles stay just tense enough for a quick dash if needed. Dr. Sofia Ramos describes it this way: the loaf lets a cat rest while staying ready, comfortable, but attentive to every sound. These are the cats who prefer to keep one eye on the room, even with their eyes half closed. Loafers are usually cautious, observant, and sometimes a little anxious. They trust their surroundings enough to relax, but not enough to let their guard down fully. For these cats, the world is always just a little unpredictable, and their sleep reflects that balance between safety and readiness. Then there is the side sleeper. Here a cat flops onto its side, legs stretched out, belly exposed, but not fully vulnerable. This is the posture of confidence. Side sleeping is even more common than loafing, with 20.3% of cats choosing it as their go-to nap style. What sets side sleepers apart is not just relaxation, it is the depth of trust they show. Side sleeping means every muscle is loose, breathing slows, and the cat drifts into deeper sleep cycles. Surveys find that more than half of owners describe side sleeping cats as relaxed or happy. And there is an evolutionary twist. Recent studies show that nearly 2/3 of cats have a left side preference. This is not random. Sleeping on the left side keeps the right hemisphere of the brain, the one wired for threat detection, primed and ready. Even in deep sleep, a cat's instincts are working behind the scenes. The difference between these two positions is not subtle. Loafers are the quiet sentinels, always half ready to move. Side sleepers are the laid-back optimists, confident in their safety. For owners, spotting these patterns is the first real step in decoding what a cat's sleep says about their inner world. And while most cats will switch between these positions over time, a sudden change from loaf to side or vice versa can be the first sign that something in their environment or in their own body has shifted. A curled-up cat, nose tucked to belly and tail wrapped tight, is more than a cozy picture. This is the classic ball, by far the most common sleeping position, with 26.8% of cats choosing it as their default. The curled pose is instinct at work. In the wild, it conserves heat and shields the softest parts of the body. Even in a heated apartment, the curled ball is a signal. This cat is cautious, maybe a little anxious, and not yet ready to let their guard down. Owner surveys show that half of ball sleepers are described as calm, but nearly 1 in 10 are seen as stressed or alert. These are the cats who crave security. Lena Chen, who manages a shelter with hundreds of cats, knows the pattern well. She has watched anxious newcomers curl up in the farthest corners, noses hidden, bodies tense. Her solution is simple: more covered beds, more boxes, more places to hide. The results are measurable. Curled cats given safe, enclosed spaces, relax faster, show friendlier behaviors, and are adopted out sooner. For owners, a cat who always sleeps in a tight ball is asking for warmth and protection. Offering a covered bed or a box is not just a kindness, it is a way to build trust. At the other extreme sits the belly-up sleeper. Here, the cat is splayed out, belly exposed, legs in the air. It looks like pure comedy, but it is actually a rare show of trust. Just over a quarter of cats, 26.5%, will sleep belly up, and most do so only when they feel completely safe. The exposed stomach is a cat's most vulnerable spot, so this position is a silent compliment. Owner surveys link belly-up sleeping to contentment and strong bonds. These cats are relaxed, social, and confident in their environment. But there is a twist. Sometimes a cat flops belly up to cool off, especially in warm rooms. The difference is in the details. True trust shows in a soft, loose body, slow breathing, and a willingness to stay belly up even as people move nearby. For older cats, though, a new habit of belly-up sleeping, especially with heavy breathing, can be a warning sign of heart or respiratory issues. For most, though, it is a celebration. A belly-up cat is saying, "I trust you. I belong here." The curled ball and the belly-up sprawl stand as opposites, one guarded and heat-saving, the other open and trusting. Together, they mark the far edges of the feline emotional spectrum, from self-protection to total surrender. For anyone watching, these positions are silent messages, shaped by instinct, environment, and the slow work of building trust. Face covering is one of the rarest ways a cat will sleep. Just 4.5% of cats consistently tuck their nose beneath a paw or drape a tail across their eyes. For these cats, sleep is a private retreat. The face cover blocks light and muffles sound, shielding their senses from the world. Owners often notice these cats startle easily or wake at the slightest noise. Dr. Sofia Ramos calls them the sensitives, cats who crave calm, predictable spaces and need more downtime than their outgoing siblings. Lena Chen in her shelter logs notes that face cover sleepers are often the first to seek out quiet corners or hideaways. They are not antisocial, just easily overwhelmed. If your cat buries their face to nap, they are asking for a little peace, not isolation. Dimmed lights and soft voices go a long way for these gentle souls. At the other end of the spectrum lies the contortionist. These cats twist themselves into positions that seem to defy anatomy. Spines arched, legs askew, sometimes with their head upside down and tail draped over a shoulder. Owners share photos online with captions asking how this could be comfortable, but for the cat, it is the ultimate sign of letting go. Dr. Mateo Morales has observed that cats only enter these tangled shapes during their deepest, most restorative sleep. Every muscle is loose, every limb surrendered to gravity. It is a posture that signals total trust in the environment, a cat so secure it does not need to monitor anything. While no published study has measured REM sleep by posture alone, wearable trackers and video diaries suggest that these twisted naps often coincide with the twitching paws and whiskers of dream states. The more bizarre the pose, the deeper the sleep. Luna, a tabby in Lena's foster program, is famous for her nightly pretzel routine. Each evening she curls into a new, impossible shape, paws over her head, tail flicking in her sleep. For Lena, Luna's contortions are a daily reminder that happiness in cats is not always loud or obvious. It can look like a quiet surrender to comfort and safety. In the end, whether your cat hides their face or twists into a knot, they are telling you something simple. In this moment, they feel safe enough to let go. That is a message worth listening to. A cat that chooses to sleep on you is making a statement that goes beyond comfort. This is the language of attachment. 62% of cats curl up on their owner's lap, chest, or legs at least once a week, according to recent surveys. It is not just about warmth or a soft place to nap. There is something deeper at play: heartbeat, breathing, familiar scent. Dr. Mateo Morales points out that a cat's preference for sleeping on a person's chest is not random. The steady rhythm of a human heartbeat mimics the comfort of kittenhood, where warmth and pulse meant safety. For many cats, this is the ultimate sign of trust. They're seeking out your presence not just for security, but for connection. Owners like Alex know this bond firsthand. Every evening, Luna, his gray tabby, waits for him to settle on the couch. The moment he sits, she is there, kneading his chest, settling in, purring so deeply, it vibrates through both of them. It is a ritual that says, "You're mine. I belong here." For cats like Luna, sleeping on a human is not a habit. It is a choice. They are choosing you as their safe place, their anchor in a world that can feel unpredictable. This kind of physical closeness is not universal. Some cats never sleep on their owners, preferring distance or high perches. But when a cat does choose you, it is a privilege built on trust. It is an invitation to share in their world, if only for a few quiet hours. For many owners, these moments are the heart of the relationship, a silent conversation woven from warmth, heartbeat, and the gentle weight of a sleeping friend. Some cats prefer the world from above. Perched on the top shelf, the edge of a bookcase, or the highest rung of a cat tree, they choose elevation as their sanctuary. Dr. Mateo Morales calls this the strategic independence position. For these cats, height is more than a preference. It is a way to maintain visual control over their territory. Elevated sleeping grants a sense of security without the need for constant closeness. It is not about distance from people, but about having options and oversight. Owners often mistake this for aloofness, but studies show elevated sleepers are confident and observant, not withdrawn. But sleep habits can also serve as an early warning system. Dr. Morales has developed a simple checklist for owners, a practical tool for catching subtle health changes before they become emergencies. First, track total sleep. If your cat is regularly sleeping more than 18 hours a day, especially with less interest in play or food, it is time for a checkup. Second, notice sudden shifts in preferred spots. A cat that abandons high perches for ground level or starts hiding in closets may be signaling pain or illness. Third, watch for posture switches. A cat who once sprawled out now curling tight, or a chronic loaf suddenly stretching out, could be compensating for discomfort. Finally, monitor breathing. Labored breaths, especially in belly-up or side positions, are never normal and require immediate attention. These 4 signs, excessive sleep, hiding, posture changes, and breathing effort, are the clinical red flags every owner should know. Elevation may signal independence, but a sudden reluctance to climb can reveal arthritis or joint pain. By tuning into these small shifts, owners can act quickly, catching problems early and giving their cats the best chance at a long, comfortable life. Turning sleep signals into action starts with observation. For loafers, give them space and gentle encouragement. Don't force closeness. If you notice persistent loafing or stiffness, schedule a vet check for joint health. Side sleepers thrive on routine and positive interaction. Keep their environment steady and reward their confidence with play. Ball sleepers need safe, enclosed spots. Add covered beds or boxes and minimize sudden noises. Belly-up cats want warmth and connection. Keep their favorite spots cozy and watch for heavy breathing, especially in older cats. Face cover sleepers benefit from dim lighting and quiet zones away from busy areas. Contortionists are doing well. Support their comfort with soft, clean bedding. For cats who sleep on you, maintain your bond with gentle touch and respect their chosen routines. Elevated sleepers need sturdy, accessible perches. Check for changes in jumping ability as they age. The key is consistency. Notice patterns, support their preferences, and act on changes early. Alex noticed Luna's habits shifting, her usual side sprawl replaced by a tight curl, her favorite perch left untouched. Instead of brushing it off, he made an appointment with Dr. Morales. The veterinarian listened, ran a gentle mobility check, and confirmed early joint discomfort. Because Alex caught the change before Luna showed obvious pain, treatment started while she was still active and playful. Dr. Morales explained that many cats hide discomfort, but a switch from side sleeping to curling or suddenly avoiding high spots can be an early flag for arthritis. Luna's recovery began with simple changes: a heated bed, a ramp to her perch, and a joint supplement. Within weeks, her stretches returned and the old routines came back. For Alex, paying attention to sleep posture made all the difference. It turned observation into action and worry into relief. Every night, millions of cats send silent messages with every curl and stretch, a language written in sleep. Today, veterinary science confirms that sudden changes in those positions can be the first sign of illness or stress. In a world where pets are family, paying attention isn't just love, it's prevention. Sometimes the warning signs are right there, napping at your feet. What's your cat telling you tonight?